What's going on, guys? I figured I'd go back to back today. Two very impressive speed bikes. One of them a little bit less powerful than the other that I have sitting here behind me. So without any other teasers, let me go ahead and jump right into this one, y'all. Does it even need an introduction, y'all? Probably not, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways, just because I have to. This is the 2021 Yamaha YZF-R1. And when it comes to legendary track bikes, I think the R1 has earned its spot in that conversation over time. Everyone knows about the R1. And there's a reason why everyone knows about it. First and foremost, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. This bike specializes in getting her down the road. This thing is quick, like greased lightning. I love it so very much with that classic Yamaha blue with the gray all over it. But this thing is not just a looker, not just a performer. There's a lot going on with this bike. It's got its own hydraulic disc brake system on it. It's got ABS, it's got a 998cc engine inside of it, that inline 4. Everybody loves the inline 4. It's got the Bridgestone tires on it, got a cool little windscreen up front. And I will say, this is actually the first time that I'm seeing Yamaha's digital display up front. And I just did a video on the Kawasaki Ninja 650, which is designed for a little bit different a purpose than this bike. This one is made a little bit more higher end, or a lot more higher end, and definitely made to be a showstopper for sure. Go ahead and take a look at that display in there. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I love these new digital displays that these bike manufacturers are coming up with. This has a similar system of just the RPM reader, and whenever you're over top of the suggested RPM count within the gear that you're in, it'll start to blink and let you know that you're that it's time to switch to a new gear, y'all. But this bike is bad. This is the bike that is right now currently competing with, you know, bikes like the CBR 1000 and the KX10R and, you know, other around the 1000cc track bikes. This one, to me, it rides very, very different than all of the other track bikes that I've been on. It's a little bit stiff up top. You sit pretty high up on this bike. I want to say like 36.8 inches or something like that. I don't remember the exact, but you feel like you're sitting pretty high up, and I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and when I stand up on this thing, I'm pretty close to just on my tippy toes when I got the bike sitting upright. But I will say that once you get up to speed, once you get moving with this thing, it's like a hot knife through butter. I don't know what they did with the transmission on this bike, but to say it's delayed is kind of what I want to say, but it's not really the case. You don't feel the wasted revving of the engine when you're switching gears. You know what I mean? It must have something going on inside of it that allows you to save the power output on the engine when you're switching through gears. And it's a more seamless process than the Kawasaki bikes that I've been on. I will give the R1 that. I'm not much of a Yamaha guy. I respect what Yamaha has done. They are one of the top brands for a reason. I have my preferences, but I will say this R1 is a lot of fun to be on. Yamaha is a very reliable brand, and this thing has got a ton of power inside of it. You'd be amazed what you can get out of that inline 4. So let me go ahead and let the bike speak for itself a little bit, y'all. Tell you what, it sure sounds like it can keep up with the other 1000cc track bikes. And this R1 is a looker, a performer, and on top of that, this thing gets 33 miles to the gallon too, which that's pretty dang good for a lot of these super bikes, track bikes, if you will. that's a nice plus for somebody that wants to have a powerful bike but doesn't necessarily want to have to take it to the track every time he gets to ride it. This R1 puts a smile on my face, and I'm sure that somebody will walk in through those front doors and it'll put a smile on their face too. And I've got a feeling somebody's going to walk out of our shop with this bike in the back of their truck or the back of their trailer at some point soon, you know. And we got a lot more pretty little super bikes like the one sitting here behind me. Once again at Velocity Powersports in Ladson, South Carolina. So if you guys are looking for something like this, you guys are looking for anything at all with an engine inside of it that's not a car, we'd love to try and help set you up with the right unit for your right needs and hopefully your right price, guys. I'm gonna ask y'all to please take care of yourselves for the rest of this week into this next weekend. Find somebody you love, give them a real big hug for me. And once again, as always, you guys take it easy. God bless you.